Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are making Paneer Makhani or butter paneer. For this we have taken very few ingredients. Let me walk you through the ingredients. We've taken one large onion chopped, one large tomato chopped. We've taken roughly 200 to 250 grams of paneer, thinly sliced. So I've made thin slices, square shape. We've taken handful of cashews, some turmeric powder, chili powder, salt, one half tablespoon of minced garlic, some cumin seeds, couple of green chilies. I've taken 1/3 cup of double cream and some oil. Apart from this, we are going to need some water, like probably couple of cups of water to dilute the gravy. So let's get started. For starters, we're going to prep the paneer. What I've done is I've boiled the water, and we're going to pour. We've cut all these paneer slices. We're going to prep it. It's a store-bought paneer, so it's a little hard. So I'm going to prep it by pouring hot water, hot boiling water, and let the paneer sit in that hot water for like 5 to 10 minutes. So let's do that. This will give us really soft paneer. Now let's get started. So I've taken a pan. It's on heat already. Let's take some oil. We are going to need a lot of oil for this recipe because we have to fry all that onion and tomato in the oil. So we probably need a lot of oil. I've taken roughly 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil at the moment. It looks like it is nicely heated up. To the oil, we are going to add the cumin seeds. So let's add the cumin seeds. Once all those seeds are popped, nicely fried, we are going to add the green chilies and the cashews. Make sure your heat is not on high. We have to lightly toast it, lightly fry the cashews. We don't want to give the cashews a burnt taste. At this point, we're going to add the onions. Make sure heat is on medium. At the same time, we are going to add the minced garlic so that all that vinegar gets cooked and your gravy does not taste sour. We're going to lightly season this. It will just increase or speed up the cooking process. While cooking onion, make sure you do not cover it with a lid because the onion has got very strong flavor and taste. All that flavor will get caught up in the curry. We need to release all that strong flavor, and we only need the sweetness of the onion in our curry. So never ever cover the lid when you're cooking the onion. So the heat is on medium. We're going to let the onion cook. As soon as you notice the onion is getting translucent, it is losing its rawness, we are going to add the tomatoes because we have to cook the tomatoes And while cooking the tomatoes, the onion is going to continue cooking. So that's the reason we're going to now mix it all together. Now at this point, we're going to add all that masala and the rest of the seasoning. So all that salt, the masalas and the red chili powder basically is going to help speed up the cooking for the tomatoes. When you see that onion is not raw anymore, now at this point we can cover the curry or cover the masala with the lid. We're going to let the tomatoes cook, and then we're going to add, we then have to blend all of this into a fine paste. So let's cook the tomatoes. Let's cover it with the lid and cook the tomatoes. Let's have a look. Okay, we can see the tomatoes are nicely cooked. Try to mash it, and we can see the tomatoes no longer hold their shape. Now I've taken a lot of chili powder because I like to eat really spicy. You can adjust the amount of chili powder depending upon your taste. I like to use minimalistic masalas, minimalistic spices in my curries. That gives the original, the authentic taste of the vegetable itself. So that's the reason I have not used any other masala. The green chili, the red chili and the turmeric is good enough. But then you can obviously go ahead and add coriander powder if you feel like. Remember that if you're adding coriander powder, it's going to take a while to cook. Make sure that you're cooking that coriander powder in the oil with a spoonful of water, or maybe the water that the tomato has emitted. So make sure you cook coriander powder really well before blending the mix in a mixer. So I can see this curry, this mix is all set. Now we have nicely fried the cashews and the onions, and the tomatoes are cooked. We are now going to blend all this into a fine paste, and then we're going to proceed with the gravy. So I'll be right back. Okay, we are back after blending this mix. It's nice and smooth, so it will look very creamy because of the cashews. At this point, now I have not added any water at all. This was all the paste, the onion and the tomato alone. So this is very thick for the gravy. So I would be needing roughly half a cup to 1 cup of water. So let's get started. So now in the pan, now it is butter paneer or paneer makhani. You can use butter, but I would like to stick with oil. I don't like the very sweet taste that the curry, the butter gives to the curry. So I'm gonna skip that step. I'm gonna use oil instead, but then you're free to use however you like the curry. I would suggest, if you're trying this recipe for the first time, if you're trying paneer makhani for the first time, I would suggest use butter for this step. I'm taking oil. Now I have kept the pan on heating. Very small amount of oil because you can go crazy with it, but I want to stick to small amount of oil. At this point, we're going to let the oil heat and cook this paste for like roughly 5 to 10 minutes. So let's do that. We'll wait for the oil to heat up. Alright, looks like it's all heated up. giving me some fumes. Now at this point we're going to add this paste directly into the oil, the pan. We're going to cook this paste for 5 to 10 minutes. We're going to make sure all that tomato and onion is cooked nicely. Look how delicious it looks. Looks amazing. The paste has turned out really nice. Nice orange shade. We're going to leave the pan open because we want all that steam to get evaporated, all that water content to be evaporated. We want to cook the paste even more. Be careful, you've added the salt, so it might splutter and burn your hands. So just be careful at this step. Leave it on high if you feel like, but then just be careful. As you see, the paste is starting to cook. It changes the color slightly, becomes a little red. The tomato is, after cooking, gives you a nice red shade. So at this point, I'm going to stop over here. I'm going to add the half cup of water that I said I would, because the gravy is a bit too thick. I've just cleaned up the blender that I was using, and I'm going to take this off. Okay, now we are going to bring this to a boil. We have all that this gravy needs, all the masalas, the seasoning, and the cashew is giving a very rich texture to the gravy. This is perfect. We're going to boil it for like roughly 5 minutes. We are going to cover this with a lid because since we've added the salt, it's going to, splutter all around. So we're going to leave this on heat for 5 minutes, and then we're going to add the cream and the paneer. So let's drain the paneer and be right back. All right, it's been 5 minutes. We can see it's nicely boiled. At this point, we're going to add the cream to the gravy, and we're going to stir it continuously so that the cream doesn't become a clutter. All right, mix it well. You can see it has given a very rich color to our gravy. If you don't feel comfortable using double cream, you can skip this step, or you can use a cup of yogurt. Make sure when you use yogurt, you have to continuously stir the curry, because first thing, you're not supposed to cook yogurt. If you do plan to, you need a lot of oil. Secondly, you have to stir it continuously. Now at this point, when the double cream is all mixed in, we are going to add the paneer. Paneer is nice and soft. We're just going to separate all those slices, and your curry is ready. Make sure you don't overcook the paneer because it will give you a very rubbery texture. So at this point, I'm just going to turn off the heat, cover this with a lid, and let the paneer cook in the steam from the curry. And that's it. Garnish this with freshly chopped coriander and serve hot. You can pair this with jeera rice. You can pair this with paratha. You can pair this with anything you like. My favorite is parathas, so I'm going to make some parathas today and pair this amazing curry with paratha. I hope you do try this recipe. Do let me know if you try and if you like it. Thank you.